In this video of the part of our series, we are going to set up the animator for our player and delete that line of code that we said to delete. But first, let's just get a walking back animation. So I said I will download it later. Here it is. So just search for crouch. I just refreshed this website. And I've got this crouch back already searched. Down we go. Here it is. So it's called crouch walking backwards with aim, but we don't care about the upper body because we'll use our own animation using a layer. So this animation will anyway be override. Okay, downloading it at the same settings that we did in the previous video, and now it's downloaded. So I will just open Finder, and in the downloads drag this file into Unity inside the crouching folder and move this file to bin. X3 will fix this file by changing it to humanoid, just like we did with the previous files copied from other avatar, and given our we'll just give it this Sven God avatar and apply all. So we're just gonna apply the changes. Okay, apply. In the animation, click loop time and say apply again. And then just have to do select this and do Command D or Control D, and finally delete this file. Delete. So let's begin building our blend trees. So because all of our blend trees will have an idle animation, we can delete this animation. So right click, delete. We will create state from blend tree and rename this blend tree to our walking. We'll rename it inside as well, so walking. And then let's create a new blend tree. So we will say create state and from new blend tree. This one is going to be for our running state, running blend tree, so running locomotion, call it running still. So running okay. Change the name inside to running. And right click create from new blend tree again from create state and select this, call this one to crouching and running, two of these. Alright, make a transition, make another transition, make a transition, make another transition from crouching to walking and walking to crouching, and then walking to running and running to crouching and running to walking. Now let's make one from crouching to running, and another one will be needed from running. So right now let me just place these, and let's just add some bools. So boolean, another boolean. Just double click and rename to walk. Is walking, I is big and the rest is small except for the W. I capital. This is going to be for our is running, yeah. So we will write I capital, S, and then again S big, S capitals, and the rest is printing. So sprinting. And in this one we will double click and call this one is crouching with I capital and C capital. Alright, so we have all the booleans. So let's just start setting up the parameters. Add a parameter and say is this printing is true, then we go into walking to sprinting. If is walking is true, we go from running to is walking. From the crouching to running, we say from crouching to running, just make another transition from running to crouching. In this transition we will select no exit, has exit time to unchecked on all. We want no exit times, just close all of them. After that is done, we'll just fix this. So we will say is crouching, then we should go into crouching, and from here to there is printing is true, then we go. Alright, so now from walking to crouching, make is crouching true, and from crouching to walking is walking true. Is it printing true is from walking to running, and is walking true from running to walking. So I think that's really set up in the animator window. Now let's add some animations to the blend trees too. Currently we need to add 2 more floats, so 1 float. Let's see. Call it velocity y. Add another float for our velocity z, not x, with z. Let's delete the blend. It was automatically created by the animator. Let's change the walking blend type to 2D freeform directional, and the parameters on the first one, call it y, and second one z. So velocity is y and velocity z. Add a motion field. Add 5 motion fields in total first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now inside the first one, we will drag it from our walking folder idle. And the second one we'll drag walking, and then walking backwards, and left strafe walking, right strafe walking. And now the walking we'll write 1, and the walking backwards -1 position y. And for the left strafe, to change the position x, so because it's left we'll have to change it on the x to position x to -1, and for the right one we'll make it 1. Okay, so that's it for the positioning of these animations. You can see that if I move about, it's going to be playing animation idle, and if I move this axis, okay, so I need to flip some objects a minute. It has to be velocity z and velocity y, so let me just fix that a bit. Yeah, you can see it's going currently right, so it has to be velocity z, and that has to be velocity y. Okay, so velocity z and velocity y. do the same for the rest of the blend trees. This one already has velocity Z and velocity Y, so Z and Y. For the running blend tree, let's just change it to 2D freeform directional and select velocity Z and Y. Okay, that's done for the running. Now for the crouching. So inside this one, we'll change it to 2D freeform directional and velocity Z and then velocity Y. Okay, make it 0. Let's go back to the walking blend tree and let's find a problem. So I'll just show you the problem in a bit. First, let me show you how it works. So if you go to the right, you can see it's going right, but this is a very big problem. He's looking in the correct direction, but his body is still not turned towards that direction, which is not what we want. So let's fix that using the body orientation offsets. Okay, so we can see that the animation is like strafe walking and left strafe. You can see the left strafe walking animation is currently just like it's like angling at 45 degrees. We need to change this more, so more 45. Add 45 on the offset, and that looks like it, but it's not it yet. Yeah, it's still not that good. Make it 55. Not yet. Make it big window, okay. So you can see the animation still moving that way. Let's just make it 60. Sorry, 45 again. No, 60. Yeah, 60 is alright. 60 is doing perfectly, so we'll do the opposite for the right strafe. Make it minus 60. And that'll work as well. You can see that play. Yeah, correct. That's how the animation should be. Select the walking blend tree again. We move right. We can move right. If we change this to 1 to 0, currently moving accurately on the right. Make it go left. We're going left, right, left, right, left. Okay. I'm gonna make it 0. And let's just come down. Yeah, you can see we're now walking 45. Now let me show you an error. So we're walking backwards right now, and look at that. Backwards left and backwards right, both sides. This problem can be fixed, right? It can be fixed in a different way. So we're gonna add 2 more motions, and we will just set this to 0, 0, 0, 0. Make it -1, -1, -1, and 1. So there are going to be 2 extra animations we'll just create here in Unity. So we're gonna, oops. You can see the walking backward. We'll have to actually just modify the offset here to get a walking backward left and the backward right. So let's duplicate this one and rename it to walking backwards left. Let's duplicate it again, and this time call this one walking backwards right. In the walking backwards left, change the offset to minus 45, and for the backward right we can make it 45. 45, yeah. So we've got these 2 new animations. If you select the blend tree, you can drag in the walking backward left and the walking backwards right. Save the project again. Hitting play now will be again in idle, and now I can move that pointer anywhere, the red dot anywhere, and it will always not animate it will always animate correctly, and what we are actually looking for will always happen. So you can see how I'm walking slow, fast, speed changing. Okay, so that's it for the walking blend tree. Let's just start with the running blend tree now. Add a motion field, add 5 motion fields again. So 3, 4, and 5. Add 2 more. set them all to 0. It's gonna be the idle animation I'll put in this one. It'll be the 1, -1. That's gonna be walking and walking backward. This one is gonna be right strafe, left strafe. So I make this right strafe and that one left strafe with -1. -1 down here is left back walking. Just delete it for now. But if you keep it, it's okay. I'm just gonna delete it so that I don't get too confused. Because leaving this might cause, it's saying the select child has no motion assigned. So I'm gonna delete it right now, but not deleting it doesn't matter because maybe I shouldn't delete it. Let me just see. Wait a minute. Let's add the animations first. Inside running, you can see we have the right strafe, running backward, running forward. And start by dragging the running, then running backward, left strafe, and now right strafe. Now you can see I'm just deleting these. You don't need to delete it. You don't need to delete it because I'm anyway gonna add 2 afterwards. Just delete the animation. Idle, we'll add it again. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's not looking good. We should have an idle, right? It's anyway saying freeform directional blend should always have one motion at position 0, 0 to avoid discontinues. So what do oh, you can see the left strafe is not good either, so make it 60. It's like we did with the walking one. This one to -60. Okay, nice, working correctly. Hitting play now. Add the one motion field and drag in the ad. Okay, that looks better. Move right, move left. Move very slowly. Move backwards. Move forwards, left. Oh, what's that? Hey, I think that's just discontinue. It's all okay. Yeah. Animator just failed to get the correct motion. Okay, it's okay now. So we can now move it about, and of course we'll have the same problem which we were having in the previous blend trees. So we will need to add 2 more blend trees as well, just like that. So balls, add 2 more blend trees, -1, this one, and this one 1, this one -1, sorry, and -1 again. Let's duplicate the running backward twice, and in the first one we will rename it to the left, backward left, and running backward right. Okay, so you also have the running backward left to -45 and running backward right to 45. Yeah, okay, that's it. Now we can drag the fields inside. So running backward left and running backward right in the lowest. Hitting play now and dragging it up, goes forward, dragging right, left, and down. You can see both ways working properly. Anywhere I can place it, and that's good for the running blend tree. So we are done with the running blend tree. Let's now go ahead and do it with the crouching blend tree. So double click, and you can see add a motion field, add another motion field, add another motion field. Sorry, that's a blend tree. Minus, delete. Add a motion field, add a motion field, add a motion field. Okay, 0 0 0 0 0 everywhere. So the first one's again gonna be the crouch idle now, and the second one will be at 1, at -1. This one at X will be at -1 and at X1. We'll drag in the idle, then we will drag in the crouch walking in the first and crouch walking backwards in the second. Crouch walking in the second and third, we drag in crouch walking back. Yeah, okay, there you can see it. You saw it, right? Now we can drag sneaking left and crouch sneaking right. So as I said before, this aiming animation won't do anything for us, and you can see the problem already, that the animation needs some offsetting. So for crouch idle, it's okay. For crouch walking, you can see he's moving that way. So 45, no, that's too much. Minus, no. Wait, wasn't there? Oh yeah, it's done. This one is the one. So minus 45 works for the walking. But for walking backwards, you can still see it's also not aligned straight to the line. So let's try something like minus 45. No. 45 minus, no, that's too much. Okay, minus 20. So looks like minus 20 is working. Minus 20 for walking backwards. Sneaking left, you can see that looks okay. Sneaking left is looking okay. Sneaking right looks okay. Okay, so these two are okay. Make this 0, 0. You can see it's all working, and we have the same type of a problem here as well. It's a little bit silly. To fix that, you'll do the same thing. So you'll select the do we need to do that for this too? Looks okay though. Okay, so we just add 2 more motion fields. 0, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, oops, minus 1, and 1 again. And duplicate, rename, rename, call this backwards left, backwards right. You can see that we have to switch the offset, so we'll add minus 45 to minus 20 and see what happens. So that's gonna be minus 65. Oh no, minus 80. No, minus 65. Okay, so that looked good for crouch walking backwards left. We'll have to add, so add 45, so that would mean 25. Hitting play, you can see it's all okay again. Now we can drag in the motion fields, so crouch walking left, backward right. And that's it for the blend tree. If I now can move, I can move anywhere, and again it's just gonna work perfectly for anywhere. Get 0, 0 here. It's ready now. Now in the base layer, just align this even better to make it look better and easier to understand. I think that's it for this alignment. We have all of these velocities. We can close, no need to close the tab for now. Close the folders. And let's just remove that line of code which was commented. The move direction equals in velocity y, just delete it because we don't need it anymore. Just save that, and we are ready to go on. and now hitting play. Still have an idle moment. We'll add the handle animation function in the next tutorial. Yeah, that's it for this part. So you can see I can sprint, move, crouch, but doesn't affect at all to our real object in the hierarchy. It's just the speed and the movement that's changing, but there's no animation. That's it really.